Okay.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will. Set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set. Blue 60.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Well, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey. No, we changed it.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They run it again with Hill. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 20-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Rams nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
Back to throw, Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. And this one too low.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering Is it still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys
I like
in the
that.
circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
That's good. Rams. First down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12. 32. At the Ravens' 12-yard line.
Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
60, 32.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And the co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Jackson now. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Brings up 3rd down.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
You are X.
Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
180. Report, report. Hey, middle, middle, middle. Hey, middle, middle, middle.
Here's Jackson. They'll let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
At the 44-yard line.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Yellow 80! Yellow 80!
To the right side and complete to Atwell. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
260!
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Jackson from the shotgun. A check down here for Henry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Baltimore, no 1st down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
This time Jackson will throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely from 3 yards out. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
Ravens 21. Rams nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 3rd and 5. Throwing is Stafford. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Stafford going to change it up here.
Give me radar. 22. Hey, 5-0.
Second and 4. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
60.
Now it's Stafford. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
It's a gain of 11. And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Nice shot.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Now it's Jackson. Going deep for Walker. And this is caught. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. On his loop for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Rams nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a 28-0 lead, you figure they're just going to be happy to take this lead right into the locker room. After the interception, here's Jackson. Finding Walker, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now, as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here's they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on the way to a lopsided victory. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Inside handoff, Henry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
At the Rams' 49-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
It's a gain of
23 yards on the play.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Hill will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. It's complete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We said it at halftime that they would need it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 2nd and 4.
You, report.
Throwing is Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 31.
Henry up the middle. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Again, it's Henry. Pushing through the contact. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And the Baltimore first down.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 18-yard line.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Go ahead. Hey, come on. You change it.
Here's Jackson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Report. 13. Hey, what?
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.